Yo, welcome back. Return of the M.A.C. Episode 103. M.A.C. Moss, Andrew Carl back in the house. What's good?
123?
Yep. What did I say? 103?
Yeah, something like that.
123.
1, 2, 3.
Whatever I said, it's
Mic check 1, 2, 3. We back.
Hey.
In this biatch.
How we feeling today?
Feeling great.
I woke up feeling disgusted.
Oh,
But
this guy. I'm starting to hear
other than
already.
that, I've been pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
sorry you were disgusted this morning.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
that's the best way to describe it.
I understand the feeling.
Understood.
Disgust.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah.
Put up 3 points in the Giants. I understand the feeling.
Is that what really happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Might have been 6. I can't remember at this
Yeah,
point, but
that's got to be really depressing.
it was. It was very depressing.
Yeah.
Moss, how you feeling?
I don't know how y'all feeling right now.
Oh, I feel
but I'm
great.
feeling pretty fucking good.
I feel fucking fantastic.
I'm feeling fucking good on
Might be the
this
best I've
Monday.
felt in the last 2 months.
I'm trying to tell you. It's a lot of good things happening out here.
It is. Anything personally going on?
Personally, what's been going on? Same old shit. Work. Chilling. Getting shit together.
That's what I figured.
Almost time for the fucking holidays.
It is.
Just coming up, man.
Sneaking up on you, boy.
I watched
It's
Squid
about to be
Game.
December already. You own it.
Oh, yeah?
I watched the whole thing.
You finished it?
Oh, all right. Well, hey, probably going to be spoilers in this. So,
Bro,
if you
that shit
haven't
been out
watched
for
it-
months now. Man, if you ain't watched it by now,
If you haven't watched it,
Fuck it.
skip ahead, Tim.
Right.
like, come
Use
on.
the 15-second back button.
That's good. So it's going to be real fresh in your mind.
So, what's good? How'd you think?
I think it's a pretty dope show. I liked it.
1 to 10.
It's some things that kind of piss me off down the end, towards the end. So I would give it a solid 8.5
Okay. 1 to
out
10.
of 10.
1 to 10. I say around the same way. I'd give it a good 8. Because I think the ending means a lot.
Oh, wow. We're all on the same page. I thought I was going to come in soft
Nah,
on
like,
this.
it was so good. The way it ended, it kind of just fucked me up.
I
No,
agree.
what pissed you off about the ending?
Because why did he not go see his kid? Why did he just stop? Oh, I gotta go. What are you about to go save the day now? Like, what is he about to do? Go back in the game? Like, what are we talking about?
I didn't like the ending either.
Like, I understand they want to get another season off, but it's like
I hate the fact that he dyed his hair. I'm like, what the fuck?
that shit was wild.
That was weird.
That was wild. I mean, I didn't really pay much attention to it. I'm like, all right.
At you.
Anyone did it.
And then I hate when like at the end when it was just him and was it player 218 or whatever battling it out, and which that dude was fucking cutthroat, man. But
Yeah,
I mean, how else
savage.
could you be?
Savage. You had to be savage.
Yeah. How else could you be? And he's trying to like quit the game. If we both say we quit now, nobody. No, motherfucker. We
No.
went through all
That was
this
bullshit. Because like, yo, you did all this savage shit,
Right.
and now you want to say, no, let's just say it's the truth now.
No.
No,
I hate that shit.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Terrible people.
That's not realistic.
Supposed to have a good ending.
No, that's not realistic though.
It is really.
No, he had to die.
It could be. Not everybody's a fucking asshole.
Bro, if we've been competing to the death
Right.
for
old friends.
6
They're
rounds,
like old friends.
they were not friends. That dude couldn't give a fuck less about
He
him.
thought they was friends. He was trying to get the fuck out of there the whole
My
time.
man didn't
They
want
grew
to
up
have
together.
anything. Yeah, right. He didn't want to have
Yeah.
anything to do with him. He was out there for the money.
We all know that. We would get to see when he would give them bad advice and shit.
Yeah,
He didn't see that.
right. He thought he was his friend. So he played into that. So he tried to use that again like he had been using that the whole show. He tried to use that again. Hey, we should just not do nothing. And no, we here now.
That's the shit that pissed me off. Man, this dude done sliced you one of the chick's throats and shit. Like you done had it out for this dude.
They
Go ahead and
realized-
finish him right now.
They realized that those rich folks that were running this whole game were the bad guys. This guy was like, nah, let's quit. Let's both stand up together.
And what is that?
Hold on.
Didn't work out.
They just realized that at the end. You think they just realized they was the bad guys at the end?
Up until that point, they were all so broke.
You think they realized
it?
it?
What we got to do?
I think they realized it at red light, green light when the first person got popped because they ain't stopped. Then they realized, oh shit, we might have fucked up.
I think it was. I mean, I think it was pretty dope. It's a dope concept because it's like, things like this could possibly really happen, and we don't know of. You know, would you,
especially over there,
if you were in this massive amount of debt, and before you know exactly what it was prior to signing up, if they got you with the same little game and everything, would you participate? And then once you do participate, once you're in the, you get past the red light, green light shit, and you know the shit that you just signed up for, would you continue to do it? Or would you be one of the people that vote to say, I want out?
Well, first, I manage my money very well. I will never. I hate being in debt.
Right, but we're not talking about Andrew.
In this situation,
we're not talking about Andrew.
If I'm a degenerate gambler and I'm in debt $100,000, and somebody comes up with this game idea, says that give me the money, yeah, I'm participating. After that first game, yeah, I'm getting the fuck.
You getting the fuck out of there, right?
Yeah. when they all decided to leave, I wasn't coming back.
No.
They came back.
No.
After they got out, it was like, yo, y'all really wanted to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I would just go ahead and take whatever consequences are coming for me in my real life at that point.
That's too many people that have to die for me to get this money.
For just one person to win?
About 400 people got to die?
I was thinking that like multiple people could win at the beginning. But it comes down to just one person? No, the odds aren't in my favor.
The odds are terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The odds are terrible. Everybody against each other.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on that part.
Every night, me and you put in 15-1 parlays because we think we can hit a $300 bet.
You fucking right, but I know I'm not gonna die if I lose. I know I'm not gonna die. That money can go. My life is a different thing.
The risk associated is much different.
It's a different situation.
Good. Honestly, it's been too long since I watched it to remember like really good specific details. I do remember thinking at the end, I didn't like the ending. I didn't think like they did anything terrible, or like he messed it up. But I thought the first, was it 8 episodes?
Something like that.
I thought the first like 6.5 were the best episodes.
Right.
And then the end was like, we tied it up, so it made sense. But I didn't get to, the whole time I'm like, yo, what the fuck's gonna happen? This is crazy. And the ending is like, oh, all right. I mean, it's cool. It wrapped it up. I'm not mad at it. 8.5 is a pretty good score.
The old man in the hospital bed in the corner, little empty room, that shit was weird.
I thought that was a cool idea.
But it was like
be the guy in charge.
Yeah, it made it like, I mean, I understand. I like the flip. I'm talking about when they was just in the room and he was like trying to explain it all mythical. Like, no, you just like to see people get killed for fun. What are you talking about?
But I don't remember it since the part. I don't remember the details enough. But he
was trying to make it some type of big sensational type thing going through life and all this. It's like, nah, bro, you can't. You're not about to sum this up. Like, you just don't like seeing people get killed for money. Like, y'all enjoying this shit, and you got in the game like, I need more of a thrill. I'm gonna be in the game this time.
Right.
Like,
his motherfucker's 102 years old, and it's like you probably been doing this for 56 years.
You know how did the ins and outs of all this shit.
You know.
Do you think it's setting up the game morally wrong?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be morally wrong. I don't think anything else could.
Because you're killing people like that.
Yeah.
Nothing else
you keep dismissing the death part in this.
If somebody volunteers to be a part of a game that they die in.
But that's the fucked up part is because you're taking advantage
of people are in a fucked up position to play kid games to the death.
Adults.
I'm just saying.
I'm not feeling bad for the people, but I'm also not feeling bad for this old fucker that likes to see people get killed for this money.
Not feeling bad for him at all.
He should have choked my man in that bed. It's no way.
Yeah.
You'd have played me this whole time. And the guy, I guess, did kind of help him out at the same time, too. But look, bro, I'm going to choke you out right here.
You lost your mama in this, playing this game. Your mama died. You remember that part when he came back and his mama was in the crib dead?
No, I don't remember that.
You forgot that part?
No. Somebody killed her? Because he was gone.
No, she was already going through health issues. Remember during the show, she had health issues.
So
and he came back. But it was like...
Because he left. It's his fault.
That's what I'm saying. And he over here feeling bad for these people. Kill that old man.
He should have died right at that moment.
I watched too much BMF.
Play with our lives. That's a good fucking show, man. I check it out, bro. Again, it's a good fucking show.
Why the fuck did he dye his hair that color? It's just fucking weird to me.
Yeah, I understand.
What happened?
I ain't about too much into that. Just understand why you didn't. Why you turned around? You just. How much to get? How much money was it? 40 million yen or something.
45 million or something.
Bro. and you can go and get your daughter and all this shit, and you decide, nah, I gotta go fight this.
That shit crazy. They put it on the fucking card, and I'm like, what if somebody took that card, or you lost it?
Money.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not somewhere you can call and they send you another one. You know, like, okay, we're good, no worries, we'll cancel that one for you, sir, and we'll ship one out to you the next day.
I think that's.
You can tell that shit couldn't have happened in the States, because you would have put that card in there, seen all this money getting in your account all of a sudden, they would have been on his ass.
Well, I'm sure like that's probably like the higher ups that's involved within the game.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It could have happened over there, but in the States, they won't letting you just have all this money all of a sudden and the feds ain't on your ass. Like, what the hell?
I'm just saying, all that shit would be tied into it.
The feds and stuff are the ones that are.
Oh, that'd be
I think it'll all be tied into it. Like they would have like some system in place to where that will be okay for you. But I mean, definitely a wild concept. I'm sure you wouldn't have a problem with getting people to volunteer for it. I guess some people that are in this world are pretty bad off. So I thought it was a good
show just out of the fact that it was original.
Yeah.
Every show is such a remake of an old show or a similar version of another show, drug dealer show, cop show. Yeah. Like everything has categories that they're kind of following. This shit was so left field. I think that's what made it so viral.
Yeah. That's what it was.
I've been on my shows heavy. Apple TV, man, is way up, dog. Apple TV is the truth. Like they got some shows on there that are like really, really good. I done watched C Foundation. That's just fire. Now I'm watching The Shrink Next Door, which has Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd in it.
Oh gosh!
And it's based on a true story. The shit is fucking nuts.
Somewhat serious, right?
Yeah, it's
not a comedy.
It is, but it's not at the same time. They're just two funny motherfuckers. So you're gonna find it, but it's a serious story, and it's something that truly happened. And was fairly resolved recently, like within like in 2010, 2011 or whatever. Everything was resolved, but it takes place in the 80s. That shit is. Great show, Shrink Next Door. I don't want to give up too much about it, but if you just look it up, you can get the details about it.
Cool. Sound cool.
Nice.
Yeah, sign up for Apple TV, man. It's a must.
I got it. Just don't watch it. Just paying for it for no reason.
Watch that show.
All right.
Watch that show.
Well, let's get to it, man. Fuck all this shit.
Let's do it.
Where we at?
Cam's back.
Oh, shit.
Panthers are back. This is a fantastic week.
Killer.
For real, it's been the most exciting week since the Super Bowl season for Panthers fans. Thursday or Friday?
Hey, you might want to go grab your jersey, bro.
Yeah, we're going to put that on for pictures. It got too hot in here. I got the Cam jersey. You already know. It was Thursday or Friday that the reports came out the Panthers were going to meet with him, signed him a couple hours later. And, I guess we should just start with that.
Yeah, because Darnold's out for maybe the rest of the season, they said?
Yeah, I think they had said 5 or 6 weeks early, and then now it's sounding like it's going to be the full year.
Right.
Hopefully.
At this point, it really might only be 4 or 5 weeks legitimately, but now that you sign Cam, you put this motherfucker on IR and you don't play another snap.
For sure, it's a wrap.
For the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. That's just how it goes at that point. No Carolina Panthers fan wants to see Sam Darnold trot back on the field after what he's done.
And y'all still paying him a lot of money, though?
Last month and a half.
Yeah, well, next year. They picked up an option for next year, so they owe a lot of money next year. That's going to be a big dead hit, but who knows?
Is he tradable at this point?
Seems like they're always tradable. I can't imagine you're going to get much back, but at this point, I would imagine we'd be willing to not get anything back.
Right,
just
get 6th, 7th round pick.
He's going to bounce around for the rest of his career.
Elway will take that bait.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Elway will take that.
Don't put you on him.
That'd be wild.
I was telling Carl Sunday, I think the Panthers have made mostly good moves in general, over the last quite a few seasons.
Yeah.
But they did. Obviously they fucked up the quarterback situation royally to decide that they were confident enough in Darnold to let Cam go and pick up his option and get rid of Bridgewater. Find out later he's not good enough. So now they're paying Darnold, Bridgewater, and Cam to be quarterback.
Sheesh.
And they could have just kept Cam.
Could have just kept Cam.
But I agreed at the time it was the best decision. I don't think it made sense to have Cam on the Panthers until now. And it ends up being the perfect scenario kind of for everybody.
What a storyline.
It has. It really
I feel like
has.
some teams missed an opportunity to sign him. I don't get why he was sitting out on the market for so long. Like, especially when you get some Jameis Winston going down. The Saints, if you want to be any kind of serious, or you want your team to take you any kind of serious, you can't go out there with Trevor Siemian as your starting quarterback. It can't be that. If the team wants to be galvanized and actually aspire to win anything throughout the season, I can't go out there and know that Trevor Siemian is taking snaps for us this week, and I feel the organization is putting their best foot forward. It's just not. It's not happening. So it just makes the most sense to pick up Cam. I think I was excited just because I always felt like, I know you say that you think it was the right decision at the time, but I don't think it was the right decision to let him go when they did. I think it was the right decision to when it's somebody like that who's done so much, took you to a Super Bowl, kind of let them work them things out.
But your stance is more of you believe that teams should be more loyal, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's not a football reason.
No, not no actual reason that he can help you.
You would kill Cam for quite a few years because he had been playing like shit.
It is a football reason, but it's not a football reason. It's like it's for like the mentality of your team, or like the trust in the organization that young players see. Like, oh, if I do great and I continue to do great and I do the right things, then they will reward me here. You know what I'm saying? And like that hasn't really been the precedent that the Panthers have set, especially for like their great players over the last, 5-10 years or so.
I don't disagree. I hate the way that we have let multiple vets go. At the same time, it's part of what I respect about the Patriots, that they've been willing to do that for so long.
I was about to say, that's how we work.
Make the decision before it's too late. So, I don't know. I understand what you're saying.
But on the flip side, any player that's left, we ain't never necessarily left on no bad terms, except for maybe you could say Brady. But everybody, most of them, some of them come back.
Yeah,
a lot of our players we let go come back at some point. So it's like it's not like it's like a.
I think there's something that's a little bit different for y'all than for most fan bases and most teams. And you've got obviously the dynasty run that the Patriots have been on for 20 years now. So if you're a player, there's so much value in that.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to respect the organization, the way it works, and you might want to try to get
winning does change things for sure.
And for the Steelers, obviously y'all got tremendous historical success as well. Right, by doing so this loyalty within the team and stuff and the ownership is a little bit easier to do when you have something to back it up.
Yeah.
When you're a team that doesn't have Super Bowls and stuff, there's less.
Yeah, Panthers was an expansion team at 1.1.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah, expansion. Yeah.
I mean, they're a fairly new team.
Yeah.
So there's a little less leeway to hold on to old guys and be like, well, we're gonna stick with the guys that gave us a great 10 years. But I feel you. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it's just a cultural thing to me. Yeah. It's just like, what do you want the team to be? Even if this guy's not contributing on the field, it's like he sets the tone in the locker room and stuff like that. Like I told you, shit. Jerome Bettis was clearly out of shape his last year. Did you see Troy Polamalu his last year he played? He wasn't good.
Yeah. You see Ben this year?
I mean,
let's keep doing it.
Seriously. And Ben, but the Steelers would rather keep a guy a year too late than let him go a year early. And it's just how, and that's how it works, because they want it to be like this alumni, like almost like a fraternity type of organization. Guys always feel like they can come back and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think I've never been more excited for, I think, another team signing a player than Cam Newton going back to the Panthers. It just
makes sense.
It's so fitting. Yeah, it's perfect.
The last thing I'll say to that, I think it also, I think another part that played into that is it was new owner, GM, coach.
Yeah.
So it's let's clean the house and start fresh. We don't want any old layover team left over. But anyway, none of that stuff matters.
That's a fact, yeah.
Getting back towards the game. So all the stuff we've been seeing, like his interactions with teammates, his interactions with Coach Rule during the game and after the game, he's hugging him and stuff. It just, I can feel the difference in the team just having him.
Oh yeah, he revived.
The big win and stuff is gonna make it extra elevated anyway. But the whole feel of Carolina is completely changed just by having him on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why you signed him.
Life back into it.
It's not just necessarily for his talent. It's for what he can do for your locker room.
Yeah.
You know,
that's his city.
Yeah, you're right.
That's his city.
He's proven to be a leader, but guys can Cam has never been a guy who's like, you go out there and you don't think that you don't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? You put Cam on the field, you think you got a chance. It's just, so, I mean, I think guys can really get behind that. And it looks like the organization is really just pushing to try to do something this year. And so you got to get behind that as well. But I was just surprised to see that he actually got meaningful snaps.
The most meaningful.
Right.
They played us so bad.
Facts.
The coaching staff of the Panthers played us so bad. They've been saying the last 3 days that obviously he wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
Too new.
Don't know the playbook.
Before the game. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I have no expectation he's going to play. We're at B-Dubs watching the game. I'm looking at my phone, looking at fantasy stuff, and Max is like, yo, Cam's in the game. I said, shut the fuck up, man. I'm not falling for that. He's like, no, I swear. I looked up, and he runs in the touchdown. Yep. Gets the second touch.
First play.
Which was a great play.
Throws the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great play. The run was, I mean, he's stretching it out.
He's still automatic from 5 yards in.
Yeah, right. I mean, look, still very athletic.
Right.
You know, stiff arming guys. So, it was a great play. And
the pass had a beam on it.
How can you not
always put a hole in fucking whatchamacallit's chest?
Robbie.
Yeah.
Island Boys.
The Island Boys.
That's hilarious.
Nah, but as far as the game is concerned, outside of the return to Cam and stuff, no Hopkins, no Murray again.
Yeah.
Arizona
love that.
got straight up dominated.
That helped a lot.
But who did they beat the brakes off of somebody the week before?
They did.
Niners.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still a good win, you know?
Yeah, for sure. What I felt best about from the win is they're one of the top
defenses.
4 teams in sacks. I think they might be number 3.
Yeah, the D-line's pretty good.
No sacks, hardly any quarterback pressures. And on defense, we scored all over them.
Right.
So you can say what you want about not having a quarterback and stuff. I already know our defense is solid. But the way that their defense got run over, I'm excited. And I did this 4 weeks ago, and it did not work out. But this is the time. If we're going to make the playoffs, the next 3 weeks are Washington, Miami, Atlanta.
Gotta have them.
And then there's 4 tough games.
Great games for Cam to step in on.
Gotta have them.
Yeah, sure. Great games for you to get your feet back.
I like Cam's response when they asked him how much of the playbook he knew. He said 2 touchdowns worth.
I didn't even see that.
I was like, that was a good response, Cam.
That was great.
I didn't see that. I like that. I can't wait for it.
I was surprised at the contract. I know. We talked about it as far as the incentives and stuff like that is really lofty, and he probably won't achieve most. But it's a base of $4.5 million, though, right? Which I think is
it's a nice
lot for
it's
half
nice.
the season.
It's nice
for a guy who's on the street.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, he got paid to get in the door.
Wins all the way around. Everybody's a winner in this scenario.
Yeah.
Saying they sorry for 2019.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
that was definitely.
We got a little extra cap space left for this year. We'll pay you a little bit more than we should. But I ain't gonna dominate with Panthers talk here. How about them Patriots?
The motherfucking Patriots look fucking good, bro. They look fucking good.
I know you're hype.
I think that was a game to put the league on notice that Mac-10 is in the fucking building.
You think that?
Did y'all see them balls he was throwing?
I actually saw very little.
The joint he threw to Kendrick Bourne between 2 defenders, it was like a 34-yard pass. That shit was so pretty.
It was on the line.
That shit was so pretty, bro. Nice catch too by Bourne.
But I don't think he put the league on notice by throwing for 190 yards.
No. That was a efficient game. He burnt their ass up. He was burning their ass up. He threw 2 pretty balls to Hunter Henry. Pretty balls to Hunter Henry.
Yeah, he did.
He was looking nice with the touch. I just want to say,
Mac's
at this point right now, the AFC is wide the fuck open.
For anybody.
It's wide the fuck open. And I know I think we're like 7th, 6th or 7th. We think we're right behind y'all, which is some bullshit. Because that draw should put y'all behind us, but whatever.
Well, if we would have won, what would y'all be? If the Steelers would have won, they would be the number 2 team in the AFC today.
That's crazy.
I don't know about that.
No, seriously.
The number 2 team?
The number 2 team in the AFC today.
These standings right quick.
Because 6-3.
6-3.
Oh, because all of them 6-3. Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's wild.
Right. That's the AFC is jumbled.
Oh, hold on. Where y'all at? Oh, y'all 4. We 6 right now. Yeah, y'all 4th and we 6.
Right, that's crazy.
So it's just wide open, bro. We about to get in these motherfucking playoffs and make some shit happen.
Well, bro, I was listening before y'all got over here. Steve Young, Randy Moss, and who's the
Booger?
Yeah, Booger. They're talking before the game, and you should have heard what they were raving about Mac.
He looked great. Like the balls he was throwing, I know the numbers don't show it, but if you was watching that game, the way he was throwing that rock was like, y'all can't do nothing with me out here type shit. He was throwing passes like, I'm here now. Well, you got to see that shit.
They mentioned Alex Smith was on the panel too, but and he was really raving about it as well. They mentioned that he's 4th in completion percentage in the league right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong suit, man. He's gonna deliver the ball on time, and I think that's the biggest thing for a young quarterback. It's like, all right. So one of my critiques about Cam Newton when he was at his height was that he can make all of these crazy athletic plays and like off script plays, but he don't really make the great timing plays. Like, drop back on my 5th step, I'm getting the ball out right there on the line.
He stalls a lot.
He's going to run your offense exactly the way it's designed to run. Off script shit, you don't want him doing too much of that. But if you can keep that motherfucker on time, you in trouble. Like, he's going to put the ball where it needs to be pretty much every time on time.
That was almost a word for word the exact same thing that Smith and Steve Young were saying.
Yep.
Yeah,
they were talking about
that's what he does.
Draft picks coming in.
He's the best quarterback.
Well, they were saying that when we looked at all the numbers, or when we looked at all the intangible stuff, Mac doesn't have any of the athletic ability. He doesn't have the big monster arm like all the other guys had, but they were talking about how quickly he got rid of the ball. And saying basically because he doesn't have these extra features, the legs and all this other shit.
Right, he had to
He knew he had to focus on that one thing. Yeah. And obviously he's doing it well.
That's Peyton Manning. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning, but that's
or Brady.
That's right.
the lack of other.
But that was really the thing for Peyton Manning is that he can get the ball out. Peyton Manning didn't even have a great arm, really. Yeah. He could throw some ducks sometimes, but it would just be like he's right hitting spot. It in the right spot every time. So it's kind of hard to defend it. Easily at this point, I think Mac Jones will probably be at this point anyway, he's the best quarterback out of that draft class.
For sure.
Do you think if they redrafted today, knowing what we know now, would you still take him as the first quarterback? Or
I think if we could have got Fields, we probably would have got Fields.
Yeah. I think he's farther ahead of everybody right now immediately because of all the stuff that we just said.
Yeah.
But if the other guys do end up progressing and getting the timing more down and getting some of the stuff that he does well, then they'll be able to do all the other things that he can't.
Right. They'll
on top of it.
Right. They project to be better.
Right.
But right now, Mac is
and he's in a great system that supports what he does.
Mac can do what he's doing for 10 years. Yeah. He doesn't have to change his game at all. The rest of them have to evolve.
Yeah, if you could do this every year,
he's fine. Okay. He's fine. So, it's crazy how he was the last quarterback drafted, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Normally, the last quarterback drafted is always the best one out of the class, right?
It does seem that way.
It happens that way so many times.
Well, because it's less potential based.
Yeah,
You're getting a guy that you already know more about, and you're gambling less on how great they could be.
And that guy generally goes to a better team. That's true.
Yep.
He's taking
the lower the better. The lower the better.
Goes to a better team.
He doesn't get stuck on the Browns, Bengals, Jets.
Right.
Basically.
I mean, let's talk about
Jaguars.
Let's talk about the Browns, man. They had
hold on. Let me get my boy, my rookie. My rookie Ramondre out here was balling 100 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, our rookie we drafted this year.
Running back?
He balled out. 100 yards, 20 carries, 2 TDs, career game in his first season.
And he'll probably never get another 100-yard game.
He benefited from Damian Harris being out with a concussion.
I was just saying that's how the Patriots do that. A motherfucker like Jonas Gray.
We got guys. Jonas had a great game that game. That was a great fucking
great
game.
2 weeks and he was never heard from this motherfucker again.
Yeah, we got some guys, man. Look good.
Are there any other players you'd like to shout out? Any receivers?
I mean, Hunter Henry balled out.
Any other?
Kendrick Bourne balled out. 4 catches, 98 yards, 1 TD.
Any receivers that hadn't scored a touchdown in their first 2.5 years that got their first one?
That boy Jacoby.
Oh, I was trying to hook you up.
I forgot about Jacoby. I was gonna get to Jacoby. He finally got his TD, but I'm like, yo, it's been so long, bro. It's about time. He wanted that motherfucker. I like how the whole team went down there and celebrated that shit.
Breaking through a force field.
They know it was a big deal. That was a big.
All right, sorry, we had a time reset there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wild to have thrown multiple touchdowns.
Thrown 2 TDs. But hasn't called one.
It's weird because he gets a lot of receptions.
He does.
It's not like he's been in the league.
He's been getting busy. Right.
We don't throw deep balls like that. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know.
He gets down the field, but we don't really throw the ball down the field like that. But Mac has started to do it. The last few weeks, he's throwing that shit down there, which is good. We need that. Need that.
Mac Jones he's been good. He's been.
So what did you have to say about the Browns with their measly little 7 points?
Just again, I'm not gonna get into Faker just yet.
Faker.
Hold on. Can you check the box score for me? Did Odell have any snaps for the Browns?
No, I don't think he got none in that game.
Oh, so they got an L.
I think he playing tonight.
They got an L, and Odell was nowhere near.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I think they did not.
10 games.
They did not rush for 100 yards. This is what happens for the Browns when they do not stay on script and they do not.
They did run for 100 yards. Darnus had 99. Almost. There's probably a lot of garbage in that 99, but
yeah, I'm about to say if you're down by 40 points, I don't want 99 rushing yards. Probably not enough.
Right.
I'm just thinking. The offense has to stay on script. Baker is one of those quarterbacks that just he needs a running game. And he needs to play action, the boot game to stay on script. And if you could shut that down, then
because we were shutting Darnus down the first half.
You don't really have a chance. And then again, I'm gonna keep saying this. You guys thinking I'm hating, but the Browns defense is not good, and they have never been good. They're just overhyped every year.
I don't know if they overhyped. Their D line is great. The way we was getting Myles Garrett out of the play every game was fucking amazing. Their DBs are not that great.
They don't have the DBs are okay. The linebackers are not. They have 2 good defenders.
Yeah, they got 2 games.
They have 2 good defenders: Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like these sexy names come up, and everybody thinks they're a good player. I mean, they're a good defense. It's like, no, you can still put up nearly 50 points. I mean, we've seen this with the Browns defense like the last 3-4 years. They continuously allow 40-point games. Mm-hmm. So I don't think this is the first one of the season for them. And it's definitely not going to be the last. They're not that good unless they're getting turnovers or playing Justin Fields every week. Then they're not going to be a good unit. So that's just pretty much what I had to get off about the Browns.
Understood.
Glad we got to cover that.
Yeah. It's very important that I got that message through. They are not good.
17th week in a row. We appreciate
it's got to hit home.
You're welcome for us helping you drive that point home for you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Let that be known.
And look, it was a great week for a terrible week for the AFC North, I guess. But overall, I guess good for the Steelers that the Browns.
Everybody did lose, didn't it? Ravens lost.
The Ravens got. And look, so after that Ravens and Miami game, I was prepared to come in here today and be like, you know what? I shout out to the Ravens, and Miami because I thought that the Steelers were going to play the ugliest football this entire season, but the Ravens and Miami outdid the Steelers. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that was a terrible game.
The Steelers
y'all still got it. Hold my fucking beer, bro.
And
y'all think
this ugliest game I've ever watched in my life.
Y'all ready for a draw? Y'all ready for a draw?
The way the thing started, you would have never thought it would have ended that way. First drive, Mason Rudolph gets the ball, matriculates the ball down the field.
He did.
Throws a touchdown to his college teammate, James Washington. And I'm about to say, oh, shit.
I seen that. I was like, oh, shit, Mason getting this shit off.
This is about to be a 30-9 ball game. And then Mason showed us why he's Mason Rudolph. and why he's. I think Mason could be a good backup in the NFL. He can never be an actual starter if your team is any kind of serious at winning anything. But even with Mason Rudolph and everything.
Y'all defense let Swift get 130 on y'all?
This is what I want to talk about.
God damn.
The biggest disappointment.
Wasn't the only one.
The biggest disappointment was watching the Steelers' run defense in the second and the third quarter. They got all those yards.
That's a lot of fucking rushing yards,
the second, they ran for 229 yards.
Sheesh.
Are the Steelers a good defense?
We have I can definitely tell you that they are.
It's a winless team that did that.
Yeah, but I don't understand what happened, because in the second and third quarter they ran the ball like crazy on the Steelers, up and down the fucking field for some reason.
Oh, did you hear? I heard Dan Campbell took over a play calling this week. And he would be the guy that runs the ball every single play.
Well, they came out with that tackle eligible shit. So they were just going like it was 2 tackles, 3 tight ends on the field.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, they were fucking. That's how they were. They had no intent on pass. Goff had 11 fucking passing yards at halftime.
I did hear that.
He had 11 passing yards at halftime, and it was a tie ball game.
Well, late in the fourth, he had 40.
God damn.
So, I mean, that was my biggest
He only got yards because he had to throw in overtime.
That was my biggest disappointment, was the fact that the Steelers allowed them to run the ball, knowing that that's all they could do.
Yeah,
was run the ball.
That's not good.
You're not scared of Goff. Let that motherfucker throw the ball. Like, all we had to do was stop the run. And we did end up stopping the run later in the game. But I felt like it should have never got there. They had 2 20-plus yard touchdown runs. Do you know when was the last time that's happened to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the same game?
Was it 1955?
2000.
That was when the last time the Lions beat y'all.
2000, my brother.
2000.
21 years since the Steelers, until they played the winless Lions.
Winless Lions.
So, I mean, that's probably my biggest gripe. Like I said, Mason Rudolph,
pause says it all.
Oh,
it's the one play that sums up Mason Rudolph's career.
The Myles Garrett play. That's by far. That's the one. That's the one, bro. What you talking about?
That for sure.
He's the one player that has a legitimate
an actual football play. An actual football play.
Okay.
It is 3rd and goal. We're on the 5-yard line. Ray McCloud, which he had 12 targets in this game. I don't fucking know why. I don't know why you give Ray McCloud 12 targets. That was the Steelers' first mistake.
You said Ray can play?
Ray's been tripping the last couple weeks. But he does get open.
He got 9 catches too, damn.
Yeah. He does get open in the end zone, wide open. Mason Rudolph has no pressure. He's looking at Ray McCloud right enough. They fucking lock eyes. I saw it.
They locked eyes. And Mason skips the ball to him. The ball it's a 10-yard throw, a pitch and catch. The ball didn't even make it to the goal line. That's wild.
It didn't make it to the goal line, bro. And we on the 5-yard line. This is a comeback. It's a little quick hitch route.
Quick hitch.
Boom. We do this all the time.
Easy money.
Anybody listening to this podcast can make the throw.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
And he missed it. 3rd and goal. And mind you, this is 3. There's some play. I mean, it's a lot of issues here. Everybody deserves some blame in this.
I was pissed Najee didn't score. I just knew he was going to at least score once.
Bro, no.
Fuck.
Well, they did get called back. His touchdown got called back. But that same series that I'm talking about, we decided to throw the ball 3 times in a row on the 5-yard line with Mason Rudolph instead of handing the ball to Najee. Not even once. It doesn't make sense to me. We threw the ball 50 times.
Does Tomlin want his job?
I mean, Tomlin's not worried about that.
He ain't going nowhere, but it's just
Look, and I'm not going to put any blame on Tomlin, because Tomlin didn't throw a terrible interception in the middle of the field behind your running back in the flat. Tomlin didn't fumble the ball when we're clearly in field goal range. Tomlin didn't fumble the ball at the end of overtime to pretty much forfeit the game and end in a tie. So just some ugly football for the Steelers. Now
I called that Lions missing that field goal too.
Yeah, that was an awful. That was a 48-yard. Dude wasn't even close.
Came up short on a 48.
I was like, yo, close. Only the Lions, bro. Game in the bag.
It looked like a 68-yard field goal. It wasn't even close.
It was 15 feet off the ground.
The ugliest game in the world. So now the ceiling for the Steelers is looking like 9-8-1, or is it 9-7-1, or 8-8-1? I think that's what
8-8-1 would be trouble
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that, but it's hard to find.
But y'all had a bet on the line with that?
Yeah, we got a bet on 9 games.
9 games, okay.
Winning record.
I think the Steelers can. We got 4 more divisional matchups. We'll win at least 3 of those. I'll say. Well, I'll say at least 2, and we got to just find some more. What was it? 8 games left. So we just got to find 2 more wins in those other 4 games, and I think
reaching the mid-season point, November is where you got to turn it on.
It's kind of scary how far the season has gone already.
I know, right? It's kind of going fast.
We only got a half a season left
already.
I got a bye week in there. That's not good
already.
The 17th game just throws everything off, though. It's kind of just. It's still weird. I'm getting used to it.
Just for talking about standings.
Yeah, right. All of that shit is just you don't really know how it computes at the end.
Give it 2 more years.
One extra shot to it. One extra shot to get in there.
Did y'all know that Dan Campbell was a player on the Lions when they lost every game?
No,
I did not know that.
I just heard that today for the first time. So,
and they brought him on as a coach.
The tie yesterday prevents him from being able to break his own record of the most losses in a season.
Well, yeah, they would have been the first.
Now he could just go 0-16-1.
Again, I never thought
that's insane.
I think they're going to win a game. I never thought that they will go 0-17. It's just so it's a hard thing to do.
I mean, if I knew they had the Steelers on the schedule, I wouldn't have been saying it either.
Whatever, man.
I was thinking they were going 0-17.
It's a hard thing. I'm just saying, bro. It's a hard thing to do. I think that they'll end up winning a game. You got to remember. They beat the Ravens. The Ravens needed a 66-yard field goal to beat the Lions.
Yeah, that was
just things like that don't happen.
The overtime without both of y'all.
Right.
I would expect.
So they're gonna win another game, probably. Isn't there? Maybe even
game,
2.
Not another.
Yeah. They have not won.
Win that game.
But no, it feels like they won.
0-8-1 is such a nasty looking record.
Disgusting.
Good God.
That's a win for them though.
Close enough.
Not saying like this is a big deal. It's kind of a funny question. How are you concerned that Najee didn't even know that you could go to overtime?
No, I mean it's so weird. This sounds like Najee to me.
How the
no,
he didn't know that you can go to that it would end after one overtime.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I heard he was like say that, and then I heard another player in the game say they thought the same thing. I'm like, yo, do y'all not watch football at all?
Yeah.
How long is it?
Frequent ties.
How long has it been?
One like every year.
No, I'm saying, how long has it been since they changed it where it ends after one overtime?
Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
It's been that short? It's been over like 10 years or something like that?
What is the change that you're talking about? The change was to make it
end after one. They used to go into.
It's not a sudden death.
It used to be multiple overtimes.
Yeah, it used to go into double overtime.
Yeah. You could at least go to double overtime. That's like.
I can't say no, but I'm not aware of that outside of the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they made that change to only be in the playoffs is when you can go into multiple overtimes. And it was about like 6. It was probably longer than I think it was, but
probably time just flies.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been like 2010 or something when they changed that rule. But you used to could have double overtimes and stuff like that. And
they had changed it back in '74 to prevent tie games.
Oh, really?
That's when they originally had changed it. I'm trying to see when they changed it back to this.
We'll check it after.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not aware of it ever being that way, so I feel like it's probably longer back than y'all are thinking, but maybe it's not.
No, it's not. It's fairly recent because I remember the change. I remember it happening, and they were saying like, we want to shorten the game. The game's just too long, and doing like double overtimes and stuff like that is too much.
So in 2017,
I think I see 2017. I just seen it.
In 2017, they shortened it from 15 minutes to the 10 minute, which is fucking retarded as well.
I remember that. Yeah,
But
I remember that.
That was all I found on just a quick look up. But
yeah.
We'll check that after. I am curious now. I heard that the Titans are 7-0 this year against playoff teams from last season.
I did hear that too.
That's wild. They apparently
and they're leading the AFC right now.
In the NFL the rest of the season too. And they're sitting atop the AFC, right?
They are.
They 7-2?
8-2.
8-2.
Yeah.
I don't respect them as like a legitimate top 5 team, or no? I don't, but should I?
I don't think you can respect any team in the AFC that way. Right now, I guess if you did, then the Titans would be 5.
What would they have to do? Like, what more can they do? I guess is what I'm asking.
They don't have Derrick Henry anymore, so that kind of sells it for me.
Losing Derrick Henry hurts a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I think they signed Adrian Peterson just to keep like that name. Like kind of Adrian Peterson is nowhere near what he used to be, but his name still kind of rings bells type thing. So you think that that's still there,
weren't there issues like losing close games, or was that the Chargers? They might be the Chargers.
Definitely.
Yeah, Chargers. I think Titans had issues like
as well.
They won a lot of these close games this year where it was like literally a touchdown or a field goal win.
But do you look at
the Rams last week?
Do you look at the Titans and say they're gonna go all the way in the playoffs?
No, but that's my point.
Yeah.
No, I don't respect them really much at all. If there's like probably 10 teams that if I was picking, I would pick against them. But I'm saying at some point they're beating all the good teams.
Yeah.
Like, when do we have to start acknowledging them as the best team right now, even if it doesn't stand? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As like I said, losing Derrick Henry pretty much changes everything about me and how I feel about the Tennessee Titans.
They got AP all day. AD.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. My man is 42 or some shit like that. It's just not going to last.
I think like 36 or something.
I think he's 40 at least, but...
nah, not yet. I don't think he'd be playing if he was 40.
The Bucks were the big upset of the
Bucks
week.
Was the fucking upset.
How the hell do you lose the Redskins?
That's
Taylor
Brady's
Heineke
kryptonite. Heineke is his kryptonite. I mean, even though Heineke ain't really have a good game, but
he didn't.
Their defense, Redskins' defense, has had a great game.
They had two picks early. Him in the first 4 passes or something.
Early, 2 picks early.
And since we were at B-Dubs, I was not paying full attention, but he had a 3rd pick that got overturned.
Yeah,
I thought it looked clean, but I didn't see it that much. Did you see it? Like hit off the back of heel or something.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It was a crazy play.
It probably could have went either way, but brought it back.
I just looked at his numbers today. His stats are retarded.
Who, Brady's?
Brady, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he was having a good year, but I haven't really looked at season leaders for anything yet this season.
Having an MVP year for sure. It's possible he could get that shit.
I mean, it's looking like he's the front runner. It's either him or Stafford, I think, is going to be at the end of the season, but it's probably what we'll be looking at is him or Stafford. Kyler's missing some time.
Kyler missing time.
I think the Ravens are going to fall off heavy just because, I don't know. The Ravens put some makeup on a pig, and that shit is, the rain is falling,
Lamar is having his.
I don't know what the fuck that shit meant you just said. What was that?
I knew what he was getting.
Face paint on pig in the rain? What?
Yeah.
You got a problem and you try to make it look pretty, put some makeup on it, but it's not addressing the problem.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
I was looking at Lamar's numbers today, and he's at like 240, or maybe it's 230 yards a game. His yardage was getting close to his career high already.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's almost, he's throwing more interceptions than he has his entire career already.
They're 14-8 right now.
Yeah, too. So,
sheesh.
I don't know. I just don't think the Ravens' offensive line is bad, and they lost a lot of players. I mean, you can't really just make that shit up. Over the course of time, it's going to show itself. So, and I think that's what you're kind of seeing with the Ravens. So I think they'll fall off a bit too. Like I said, I just don't
think that's overreaction to the Dolphins' loss, or this is a legitimate concern that you have?
it's legitimate. I think Lamar Jackson is going to make you. He's going to win you some games. Just
haven't beat that many good teams.
That was weird how they did that Dolphins game too, because whatchamacallit started. What's his name? Brissett started.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt, and they brought Tua in. So it was like he wasn't good enough to start, but he was good enough to come in as a backup. That was kind of weird.
And neither one of them were good.
Yeah.
If they had anybody else dressed out, I agree. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. But if he's not going to play, then it seems like you would have a third quarterback.
But I remember they was talking about it during the game, how he was suited up like he could play. It was like, it's weird that he suited up and you don't know if he's going to play or not. And then Brissett got hurt like a couple plays later, and he came in. I was like, oh shit,
he's fucking playing a decent game. Like
Tua?
Yeah, numbers.
It was all right. 8 for 13, 158, no TDs.
He won in the game for.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a lot better than I remember it looking like.
Right.
I mean,
it's just a disgusting.
It was the definition of football.
Credit to anybody.
It's a bunch of punts, back and forth.
That offensive lineman touchdown was the highlight of the game.
Yeah, for real.
It didn't count.
Like, sir, this is illegal. You know,
it was so cool though.
You can't just snatch a screen pass out the air.
That shit was nasty. He had that cut on him. I was like, oh shit.
Flipping over.
The way he caught it, I thought he was like eligible. I was like, oh, this one.
Yeah, he caught it like they ran to play for me. It's my play right now.
He immediately turned upfield like, oh shit, I'm about to score a touchdown.
That was great.
And it was super acrobatic too, like dudes diving and fucking reaching them. It's some wide receivers that can't do that shit or don't have the. Yeah, seriously.
Man is an athlete.
Put this guy on the field a little bit more. Get him the ball. You know, maybe some kick returns here and there. You might could do something for your squad.
Oh, yeah, Xavier Howard scored in that game too. Fumble recovery.
Yeah, that was an ugly game. It was not much. I guess notable football this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of the other teams that are fun to watch and stuff either have blowouts and the close games were teams that are.
Do you think the Chiefs are back?
I do, but I'm so easily convinced. I've been saying that they would get back all year until this week, and I was like, fuck it, they're done.
And then they bust that Raiders ass.
So I was listening to the guys talking about it before the game. They were making a really big deal about the offense and taking underneath routes and stuff last night, and they were saying that it seemed like Mahomes finally got it through his head that he's got to quit
going for the ball,
being risky and trying to make the huge play.
Just run the offense.
Take what they're giving you, and as soon as he did, those fucking weapons. If you get the ball to Kelsey and Hill and those guys,
exactly,
they're gonna do their work afterwards. You don't have to get it to them 50 yards downfield. So I don't know. I expect they're going to.
They say this has been their worst season of completing passes over 20 yards or something like that.
Oh, really?
When usually that's what they do is to complete those passes. So it's like, yeah, got to switch it up a little bit. People have figured you out.
You got a 13 play, 8-minute drive a team.
And they used to 3 passes, touchdown.
Right.
Or 2 passes, touchdown.
The offense plays like it doesn't want to be on the field.
Right.
Like, hey, let's get this done.
Yeah, they're ready to score now.
Maybe that's why their defense is not good, because it's not like
they're not holding the ball long.
It's that reverse thing. Like, they're not doing 3 and outs. They're scoring, but they're putting the defense right back on the field again. Right. So,
but now it's even worse because you're not scoring and you're giving the ball up earlier and putting the defense back on the field. You know what I'm saying?
That's a double problem.
Yeah,
problem.
Defense stay on the field and you're not putting up points. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs will be all right.
Have you noticed how many points they've given up the last 5 weeks or so? I was just looking at that.
14.
These are not great teams, but they gave up 13 to Washington, 27 to the Titans was the big dub. 17 to the Giants, 7 to the Packers, 14 to the Raiders.
Had Packers games with none of their starting receivers.
Right, and what's his name? That quarterback.
Oh, Jordan Love was playing.
I mean, they haven't faced a top offense to see it, but those are workable numbers. Even if you play a decent team and you can hold them to 21 or something, that's going to be enough for their offense. So I'm curious to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Since you bringing it up, I meant to say this one stat. It's one team in the NFL that has not scored 30 points yet.
Is it the Steelers?
And also has not allowed 30 points yet.
Oh.
And it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's not a good stat because we can't score. I think we average 20 points a game. Every game is going to be tight. Every game. When you average 20 points
a couple
a game.
stats about us is you want to bring up good stats. I think we're leading the league in picks this year, as right now.
Like interceptions on defense.
Interceptions, and that's what a pick is. That's what a fucking pick is, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like,
you
can say picks like.
And I see something like we're one of 4 or 5 teams that have top 10 offense and defense.
I believe that's
pretty good.
That's a good stat.
That's a really good stat to have.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Damn right.
That actually like translates to being a good team. Yeah. All of the stats show that the Steelers are actually bad with a good record.
As long as you acknowledge.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You want to talk about Jon Gruden?
Oh, Wick. I guess.
I mean, he's John Wick to the NFL right now.
He could be.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he does. Tell us about Jon Gruden.
Filed
a lawsuit against the NFL for I forgot what the exact things that he's forcing him out of a job is
against Gruden. Yeah, I mean not Gruden, fucking
Goodell and the NFL, which.
It's basically defamation. I don't know if that's exactly what
that's not what he said, but it's like defamation of character, forcing him out of his job, pretty much. You know, he was what 4 years into $100 million deal.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get that money.
Yeah, he need that.
Well, he's getting it anyway, isn't he?
I don't know if it was guaranteed or not. I don't know how coaches' contracts work,
but I could be wrong.
Who knows?
Well, with the resignation, maybe not.
Well, it's got to be something to it. You know,
right.
You're not getting that full amount, but. Shit, if anybody can stick it to the NFL, it's going to be Chucky, right? I mean...
That boy Chucky.
That's what they call him. You never heard nobody call Jon Gruden Chucky?
No.
He looks like Chucky. He makes the Chucky faces, and he's got red
hair. Yeah, they call him that. Especially that kind of fits with like the whole Raiders thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they call him that. But to me, he has... Again, I don't care what he said when he sent those emails. To me, it's like the NFL has no business getting involved. Like, he wasn't an employee of the NFL. And he has I think he has a solid case. Like,
I do too.
He does.
Without any legal knowledge, it seems like he's got good grounds here.
Clearly. Yeah. We're talking about 650,000 emails and his, 10, 15 emails, whatever it was, were the only ones leaked. That's a concerted effort to get this guy out.
Collusion.
On top of that, to have like a leak and then 2 days and then another leak. It's like, we're telling you, go ahead and respond to this. Quit. No? Okay. Quit on this one. I think he's got a good case, and I was reading stuff about the NFL has settled. They settle everything.
Yeah, they're going to settle this.
They settled
of course they're going to settle.
And they settled. There was like 3 other ones that they had mentioned. And the guy was saying they settled because they don't want anything going to discovery period, which is when they get to research and look at all the shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
So the NFL,
hey, you on off, get you up out of here.
Yeah, they know we can't allow the real stuff, the real problems to come out.
Exactly.
They're going to end up paying him.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have to. They're going to settle because his case is going to be, all right, well, leak the other emails. Yeah. All these other emails need to be public as well, too.
Yeah, so that's what I want.
And that's what the NFL does not want.
Of course not.
I want him to kamikaze this shit and say, I don't want the money. I'm here to take you down. You burned me to the ground, and I'm doing the same.
I would like that, too.
It would be so much fun.
That should have good juice.
There's going to be multiple owners having real nasty shit come out. Goodell. Let's do it.
And then you got.
He would have to Nino Brown it.
Yeah,
exactly. He would literally have to put out the information himself for that shit to happen.
Let's do it.
Then you got people like Rob Parker. I hate this dude. Talking about like
I've always hated that dude.
Really?
Yeah, he's talking real stupid shit.
He's talking about like, now you want to sue the NFL? What a jerk! How about you apologize for all the things?
That's how he talks too.
Yeah, that's funny. What a jerk! How about you
what a jerk? What is wrong with him?
That you said in these emails. How about that, Jon Gruden? I'm just like, come on, bro. Anybody with a brain can see that the guy has a case, and he was saying like, who knows if there's anything else said in these other emails? Who knows if there's anything else said? We know he was sending this shit to somebody, and they were sending him some shit back. Like,
well, if there's not, then it doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter.
If nobody said anything, then who cares if we sue you?
Right. But I mean, look, to me, I don't get how you can stand on the other side of it, you know?
Well, if you stand on the other side of it, you're taking that moral high ground of you can't allow somebody to talk this way about other people, which is cool. I understand that. But that doesn't mean that leaking stuff is the proper way to do it.
Right.
I mean, and is it really a problem about people talking in private? I don't care how people talk in private.
I mean, in this day and age, yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah,
they get you the fuck about it.
The internet is some bullshit, but I give a fuck less what somebody thinks about. Like, I mean, I don't care what you say in private, or it's all about what you say, like face value to me, like to my face. Like,
I can't say that.
I don't care. Because why would it matter? I would never know.
Oh, in all honesty, I think the exact opposite.
You don't care as far as what? What you mean? If you was a player on the team on some like Donald Sterling type shit, and you knew he was on this type of shit, you would be cool just playing with him. It's like as long as he don't say it to my face.
As long as I never know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But you don't think? I think the exact opposite. Like the very opposite. I have much more of a problem with somebody doing that stuff secretly than not doing it in front of me.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know what you're saying. Like, if you don't even know that it happens, it's no harm to you. Like, I feel you.
Right.
But if the two things are,
but the thing is, if you don't see it in front of your face, it could be of harm to you. You just not knowing about it.
Too.
That's the thing. So I think you would rather want to know.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just like you don't ever know a person to begin with anyway. So it's all about what you say to my face. It's all about how you treat me when I'm right there.
Right.
Type shit. Like,
I mean, if you're just some regular,
I don't want to know people's secrets.
Regular random person, but when
you don't want to know that shit.
When you're a head coach, a GM,
bro, you can
you have a position of power.
Knowing some secrets about anybody can turn you off on that person. You know what I'm saying? Completely. You'll be like, oh, that's a bad person, but it's not. It's like, y'all were cool before then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to know your secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. It's hard for me to put it in words, though. Exactly how I feel about that. It's just like I wouldn't really give a fuck. You know? Like, I've had white boy friends and shit that, like, I know when they get around their other friends, like, they're using the word nigga openly. Like, this is what you do.
I don't know how you can respect that, though.
It's not necessarily, but I know for a fact that you got enough common sense not to say it to my face.
Yeah, but saying
we can still be cool. We can still be cool.
I can't be that way.
No,
I mean, not
somebody.
If you know something about like that about a person, you can still chill with them and be cool with them. Nah, bro.
It's all about what you say to my face, dog. That's how I feel. I mean, that's how I judge it. Because otherwise, like I said,
you judge a man about what he does when you're not around, not what he does when you're around.
Once I actually know,
that's the real about a person.
Maybe I'll treat it different, but
right.
Otherwise, it's just he say, she say type shit. And I'm not going to judge somebody else about what somebody else told me about you or what I heard.
Well, now you know he say, she say shit. If you know somebody been doing some dirty shit behind your back,
I mean,
you're not going to be chilling with them still.
Right. If I actually seen it and heard it, all of that stuff, I'm going to confront you about that. But that's different than you just reading some emails about something that somebody said about, that may have been racist or misogynistic or whatever. Like, why would that hurt your feelings?
Because
I'm with you on that part. I mean, I think you can't let words have too much power, but I couldn't respect anybody that is like that. Different elsewhere. You can be cool with.
But we all are. Sure. We all are. You go over your grandma's house, you're not gonna say the shit that you say when we talking amongst me and you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not going to go to my grandma's house and say, yo, this dude that I do a podcast with is fucking annoying and not tell you.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like, sure, we change up.
Yeah. It's like,
that are,
I'm not talking shit about y'all behind y'all's back type shit. I'm not like, what is that?
But I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's
a fine line.
It's a hard thing to put a blanket on.
Right.
There's stuff like if I found out that my supervisor, my coworker is, like when they're at a business meeting with other supervisors, they're like, "Yo, this dude is. I don't like him. I don't like having him on my team."
Right.
I
That's
don't care
different.
about that.
Yeah.
That's a person you work with. That's a different.
Right.
Yeah, if it's like your friend.
Yeah. So there's a lot of relationship dynamics, but
Right,
we'll see what happens with his lawsuit. I was excited.
I work with people like that all the time. You know, people just hate.
Right.
Like, whatever. We still got to work here. What we gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
What you gonna do? Like what?
Well, anything else football wise that you guys really want to touch on? Obviously, there's a bunch of games, but I didn't have anything pressing for me.
That's pretty much it. Oh, Odell.
We did totally forget about
Odell to the fucking Rams.
That was
playing right now.
They just keep doing it. I mean, what can I say about the Rams? They go for it, man.
They signed OBJ and lost Robert Woods the next day.
Yeah. And y'all was bringing up we should check where OBJ was. No, we need to check where Van Jefferson was doing in that practice. Because his position was the one that was at stake right now with OBJ coming. Motherfucking Robert Woods would have been good if he was staying in there, but
I swear this NFL, like I said, this NFL should be scripted, man. Like, how does that shit just all of a sudden happen? This guy played, 10 healthy weeks.
That's wild.
Signed OBJ and ACL
in practice. They said he hurt his knee and continued to play the rest of the practice, and didn't realize after the practice that he fucked the shit up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got me a nice little ACL strain right now. So I can see how that
getting there at the wild with them young boys, huh?
Yeah, I was definitely getting in there. I ran about, we ran about 3 games or something like that. But really, I didn't feel a tweak when I was playing. It was just really all afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I had this big bitch guard me. Yeah,
this big bitch.
Dude was like 6'7".
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't even a basketball player.
Nah, he was. He was something, but he wasn't a basketball player. You can line him up pretty much any other sport.
Just a big motherfucker. I knock motherfuckers out.
No, not me, but yeah.
It just reminded me of a party.
It was a big deal.
Harlem Nights.
All fouls, bro. And I think that's partly why I was fucked up. I was a little bit fucked up after that shit. Like, my back was hurting, knee was fucked up.
You got beat up?
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, threw a pick already. Goddamn cup.
What we got for music? Where we want to go with music?
The vibes, man.
You gave me a look just now.
I want to.
I skipped something?
No.
I thought when I said music, you were
like actual music songs?
Whatever you want.
Dababy.
I won't even go to Dababy yet.
Where are you going?
I'm almost ashamed how many times I played this Polo G song. This shit is so good.
Fucking good.
That's a good fucking song, yo.
Right,
that shit is jam, and the video was hard too.
It was.
I just kept playing that shit back because it's a short song. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's too short.
So it's like, but it makes you keep playing it back. Like, run that shit back, bro. Run that shit back.
You think that's like a streams hack?
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
It's
one of them songs that you want to keep running back.
Right.
It's that good. It's a good song.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fit in any category of like other songs that I know of.
No, not really.
It was so out there. We were talking about it yesterday.
Give me like
too.
Florida bass type feel.
What's that mean? Just
like that sound, that beat,
the way that
fast paced beat. That's that Florida bass shit. Like it's old '90s Florida bass type shit. When they speed the beat and beat up and shit.
About it yesterday, I said it reminded me of Changes, Tupac.
I think that was a really good comparison for me. Because the way the beat, the tempo of the beat that he's saying.
Oh, the tempo of the beat.
Yeah, not like the whole song.
Like,
no.
It's kind of a weird comparison.
It's the tempo of the beat. It's probably the same speed. Like if you looked at it, it's probably very similar. And then the way like you were saying, like they're trying to like catch up to it, like they're rhyming pace.
He's rhyming like mad aggressive, almost like he's trying to keep up with the beat, but not. I don't know. That's the best I can.
Yeah, I mean
it's spazzing though.
Overall,
it's spazzing. I like that shit.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I had big balls to throw the MJ cover out.
Smooth criminal, Mike Jack.
Yeah,
Still keep the 4-5 like Mike back. What do you say? Ooh, I was like, ooh, that's where he started this shit off right here. Polo.
Yeah, that might have been my favorite song of the week, actually.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites.
I can vote that. Yeah, I can vote that.
I can vote that.
Well, you probably already heard it on the intro. Then it sounds like.
Yeah.
Probably made the cut.
Polo G is. I mean, he can really be a guy who's like a face of rap because like he's marketable. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be. As far as like the young guys go, you know what I'm saying? Like We know it can't be somebody like Kodak or NBA YoungBoy because these dudes don't play industry games. But Polo G, he does, and like he has like he's a marketable image.
He's a lot more polished now.
Right,
you see the polishing that happen.
So do you think the song is going to cross over?
Yeah.
I think it is too.
I can see it.
I didn't notice it until I was listening to it today, but I was like, this sounds like something that I could hear them.
I don't know if it's going to be bigger than Rap Star, but
no, I just meant like a pop radio type song.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a lot of Polo G's music.
I think anything once you sample Michael Jackson, that kind of solidifies that.
That does that.
Yeah, I mean, right. It's just I was just wondering how much money did you make off that song?
Who knows?
How much you paid?
Yeah, like how much money
you could tell he went through a lot to get that shit clear because he was hype about releasing that shit. Smooth Criminal. It was like beginning of the week, Smooth Criminal coming Friday. Y'all get ready. I was like, oh shit, the fuck is he doing the Smooth? I seen somebody posted something to tweet.
It fucked me up.
He was hype about that shit.
Random for me.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming.
If you're gonna put all that into getting the MJ sample and give us more than 2 minutes,
maybe that's all he can get cleared. He gonna get 2 minutes worth of this shit. Yeah, I'll take it.
What other things?
The new Ross, Jasmine Sullivan, 21. It's a hard record.
Super hard. Do you really like 21's part too?
I really like 21's part.
And sometimes I don't give him credit. I thought he did a good job on this song.
Them last two lines, what do you say? I don't give a fuck what you say. What do you say about hip hop? Keep the 40 off of my bridges. That's that hip hop or some shit like that. I was like, ooh.
But no, I thought he missed an opportunity there for an actual dope bar.
What you mean?
Where he could have said some hip hop. He could have said I got the 38 on my waist. That's hip hop. Or 38 jumping off my waist or something like that. That's hip hop. That would have been like, doper, I think, if you would like tied it in together that way.
Did you say hip hop or did you say hip hop?
No, hip.
Because it sounded like he said hip hop, and that was what made it hard for me.
I thought he said hip hop twice.
Well, it's not just about the hip. It's all the hop too.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Damn.
But no, I thought it was. I didn't care for
not about the hop. You gotta have a hip.
Seriously, I didn't care for the tone that he used, or like, I guess it's like his rap demeanor. I feel like it was a little bit different. I wanted him to be like 21, that I know like come hard on that bitch. And he ain't really come as hard as I want to, but I thought overall the song was dope though. I thought it was really dope. I like the Jasmine Sullivan guys. She has like a great voice.
Beautiful. She bodied that.
Perfect Ross beat for him to just do what he does. Be rich.
Yeah, I do.
Which is the album coming soon in December. Richer than I ever been.
I do think
that shit is all.
21 is a sniper on
A-Rap music
on his features though, for sure.
I would have laughed you out the room like a year and a half ago.
He's been on the run.
There's no denying it.
He's been on the run.
Like
that's the only way I really want to hear 21 Savage.
Yeah, it really.
It's the Ty Dolla $ign shit.
As a guy, are we doing that again? This guy sprinkled 21 just because he's been on the run with the features. He has some solid projects. No, I
he
has some solid albums.
But I'm not gonna listen to a full 21 Savage project, and I'm gonna take some songs away that I like. But overall, I'm be like, but when I see him on a feature, he normally has like the hardest. It's the Ty Dolla $ign shit. I'm telling you. I like him. I like him a lot though.
Ty Dolla $ign. I don't know. We don't take it to Ty Dolla $ign. Not Ty Dolla $ign.
Rap type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the intrigue that I get when I see 21 Savage or featuring 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it's a difference.
Once you see his name on a feature, it's an automatic listen.
Right, yeah. I gotta hear it. I gotta see it, especially because it's normally paired with somebody kind of unexpected, a bit. So kind of the contrast that it provides is really cool.
I feel like part of that is because I just don't see him. I can't match him up with anybody else. There's nobody that I'm like, 21 should rap with him.
Yeah,
21 should rap on her song or whatever. Right. But when you hear it, it's like, that works. That works well.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I like the Baby's project he put out, man.
You like that, John?
Yeah, I fuck with it. What is it called?
Back on my baby
Jesus shit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
people don't know about Baby Jesus.
It's only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs. I think it come on hard. Of course, he got Yak on there.
I forgot he had Kodak on there. All right, we got it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I forgot he had Kodak on there.
The baby might be.
And he got 21 on there. How about
he
that?
got 21 on there too. Which, I mean, that's my favorite song on the whole thing. It was Sticked Up with him and 21.
What were you about to say?
The baby might be a bigger Kodak fan than me. Seriously though, like if you follow this dude,
I thought you were gonna say the baby might be a bigger artist than Kodak. That's what I thought.
Oh no!
Oh really?
That's not close. Come on, we know Kodak's a bigger artist.
This motherfucker.
No, but it's a really good, it's a solid project. You do a lot of Dababy, like what you know him for, like that Roof, and a couple other songs. But then he also take it into like the newer, kind of more modern pop lanes and stuff like that, or different songs. But like I said, I like Sticked Up a lot with him and 21 Savage. 21, his feature on there is flawless. So that's dope. I think I listened to something else, but I can't remember what else is on my radar. I think that's it. Might be. Oh, Rod Wave dropped a new track today. I thought that was pretty.
I seen that. Shit sounds hard. I like that. I like that song.
You said that? Mm-hmm. I did hear it.
Yeah, I like the little flow switch up that he put in there, man. He went like full Kevin Gates for about 8 bars there, and I really appreciated that.
I have to listen again. I don't remember it really.
Yeah, he turns up a bit. I like that.
It sounds pretty solid. I like that.
It's Rod Wave. It's on that same wave. Once you hear that TNT, whoever that producer tag is.
Shout out to TNT. Shit, I used to get beats from TNT.
Yeah.
He blew up now. He do beats for everybody now.
Yeah, a ton of Florida rappers.
A lot of them, yeah.
Him and Lil Papa, they're alone probably.
A lot for young boy. A lot of the young rappers, he make beats for them.
Lil Papa and Rod Wave probably paying my man's bills solely. Probably. Seriously, they use that much.
Shout out to TNT. He used to look out back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, he got some bangers on there. So that's all the music I'm going to listen to, man.
What about you, Moss?
I think that was all I had. It wasn't really a whole lot.
It was Silk Sonic week.
Oh, I forgot about Silk Sonic. All right. How you feel about that album?
I love it.
I know you loved it, right?
Yeah. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
I didn't know they dropped the whole album.
They did. The whole album. It was short. 9 songs.
Yep. That was the one thing I was going to say is I wish it was a little bit longer, but completely fine with 9. I prefer it under than over.
It was very good, but it kind of was like underwhelming for me because all the singles that came out, they were spread out a little bit. I think I only liked that 777 joint was the only newer song that I hadn't heard that I really liked.
There's got to be a lot of replay value on that though.
Right.
What about the whole one? I think it was Fly As Me.
Fly As Me. I don't remember how it sounded.
Pac kind of rapped on that one.
Okay.
There weren't many songs. He was just doing the singing stuff, but on that one, he kind of rapped.
Okay.
His rap sing stuff.
Man, you fucked me up when you said Pac. Fucked me up a little bit.
That's my fault.
Oh, that's how they feel. They put Pac on that.
Then I put it together. I'm like, okay.
That's a LaMelo thing. That's my bad. Anderson.
Yeah. You got to throw that in there.
That's on me.
Yeah.
I liked it though. I liked it. I know what you're saying as far as like my favorite songs are the singles.
The ones of the singles, yeah.
It's still so fresh though. Like a lot of times they'll put out singles and you've worn those songs out.
Yeah.
So by the time the album comes out, you grab a couple other songs as your favorites.
Oh, Leave the Door Open might be almost worn out.
Yeah. Well, that one.
I've heard that so many times at this point.
I could play Smoking Out the Window all day, every day still right now.
Yeah, that's still fresh.
That 777 is hard.
Yeah, that's 7. I like that joint a lot.
I do think it's gonna have a bunch of play value for me though.
I think I was saying this last week. We good on the 70s shit now. Well, at least I'm good on the 70s. I don't think
turn the radio, bro. Keep it coming.
It's just I don't know. Take it somewhere else now.
I want all.
I think that
maybe they should hit the go to the 2000s.
I'm glad it was 9 songs. I don't think it should have been no longer than that. But it's just like I don't know. Okay, I get it, man. I get it. Y'all bodied that. They bodied it. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like, I need something else now. I need something else. Let's switch it up.
Interesting.
Switch it up. But it's good, though. Real good.
What do you think about your boy dropping?
Who's that?
Juice.
Hard to say.
Already did?
Hard to say. Really?
Yeah, I seen the song title. I was like, I don't know if I want to listen to this.
Yeah.
It kind of threw me off with the Already Dead shit.
I really like the song, like the Sonics. Sonically, I love the song.
The Sonics.
Loved it. It's the type of Juice song I love. Tough on the subject matter.
Because
not a big fan of that.
It would be fine if he was alive.
I don't mind depression stuff. Talking about depression and talking about sad things don't bother me. I can listen to that and still be good. The death stuff is just a little bit weird. I've been playing it. I'm not like avoiding the song, but it was with a little bit of a mixed emotions when I listened to it. I was like, oh man, that sounded cool, but I think I listened to the whole song.
I think it was a good Juice WRLD track.
Yeah.
I understand that's like been his lane to do these type of songs already, but it just rubs me the wrong way when you play off the Dead with more playing off the Dead songs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Like just talking about like just the name title being already dead. It's like, all right, we know he's dead. You're gonna keep. It's like you're trying to sell off the fact that he's dead even more.
Oh no, that's the whole hook though.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean that's the hook though. Like,
right.
I don't know if you could have named the song anything else. I think I'm pretty sure he named it Already Dead because it was like
maybe
that's all he was talking about in the song.
I do see what you're saying now that you explained it. He's got that tied into so much of the subject matter. I think it's just if it was somebody else, I would probably feel like it was a little bit more opportunity.
Yeah, it's probably not as bad because that's what he talked about beforehand. Anyway,
it didn't stand out overwhelmingly to me.
I get it.
But it does suck. I mean, it sucks to get a song from an artist that you love.
Yeah, the fucking Niners are going to win.
Ends up being something like that. But, oh well. He's got a HBO, I think it was HBO. HBO's got a documentary coming in December on Juice and one on DMX. I'm interested.
Oh, dope.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Another one?
Another what?
Oh, no, I'm tripping. That was that BET shit.
Oh, the DMX, the Rough Rider Chronicles or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, there was a documentary you were talking about earlier.
Oh, KG's doc.
That's right.
KG's doc. Anything's Possible is the title of it. It's on Showtime.
How long was it?
Really good. It's like 2 hours.
Okay.
So it's a long doc all the way from, childhood to present day almost. But it really, bro, like if y'all don't know, KG's like my favorite NBA player of all time, if y'all didn't know already. But it really broke down how KG really changed the game in a lot of ways when he came in the league. Like from coming out in high school, like he didn't even know when he came out of high school, he didn't even know that he could do that. Like it was legal to do that. Like he had bad grades, but he was a top prospect, but he couldn't pass the SAT. And he said one day him and his crew just went down to this, he grew up in North Carolina and moved to Chicago to play on this team up there or whatever. They went down the street to this gym or whatever was playing. Just so happened Jordan in there, Scottie Pippen in that joint. And they were just over there looking at them practice or shoot around. And then they called him over to play with him. And he like balled a little bit. And then he said he's seen like Isaiah Thomas sitting in the corner. And during that time, I think Isaiah Thomas was working with like the Raptors or something. He was like a GM or somebody in the front office for the Raptors. He was just talking to him the other day. He was like, "Yeah, you good? He's like, you probably look like you ready for the league right now. I just seen you ball on Scottie Pippen. Look like you ready." And he was like, he looked at him like, "What?" He was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "No, you could possibly get drafted. This is like a week or two before the draft." He's like, "You could possibly get drafted by somebody by how you playing right here." And then he literally declared for the draft that week because of that. He was like, if he never went down to that gym and seen them and talked to Isaiah Thomas, he probably would have never entered the draft as a high school.
Yeah, I never knew that story. You would think he would have known.
Yeah, he had no idea. Like, but it hadn't happened. But the thing was, it hadn't happened since like the 70s.
Moses Malone.
Oh, yeah, it hadn't saw a high school player coming out, so it wasn't a thing that people was doing.
Right, it wasn't common.
Right, but then he did it, and then after that, it opened the floodgates. So we got Kobe, we got Jermaine O'Neal, we got just a bunch of the great players that we know came out of high school started to come out.
Who else was great
because of him?
Besides Kobe, LeBron.
You said the best ones already.
Kobe, Jermaine O'Neal, LeBron.
There's a few other great player though. He's alright.
He's like a 15.
He's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player.
I mean, he's a good player, but I'm just saying, like, how many great players have actually came out of high school? It's only like those handful.
Yeah, only a couple.
To three.
Well, then they ended up changing the rule. You had to stay a year. They ended up changing the rule
again.
So anyway, he broke that mold.
Yeah, they should have never changed it in the first place.
He broke he forced the lockout. the NBA lockout in 97 to 98 or something like that. Because he was one of the first players to get $100 million contract deal.
Oh, wow.
And they was like, so it basically forced the contract because all the other teams was mad because they like, I'm gonna have to pay my players this and that because y'all didn't give this motherfucker $100 million. So he fucked that up. He took that over and then everybody started getting bigger contracts. No, they before then they didn't have a salary cap in the NBA. Oh, really? Like he forced them having to have a salary cap and go into a lockout because Minnesota gave him $100 million. I was like, damn, KG really changed the fucking game. And of course, we all know the way he played, he can handle the ball and all that shit. That brought the bigs to be able to do all the extra shit they do today.
Wasn't he the one that was like in high school? He was playing and was like hiding it from his mom, and his mom didn't even want.
They talked about that. Yep.
I remember
his mom was a Jehovah's Witness, and she didn't want him playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember watching it was like VH1 Beyond the Scenes or whatever they called it, but it was like for sports. When I was young, I remember watching this random KG facts that I remember. That shit was so interesting. So I gotta check this out.
Yeah, it's a good dive. You gotta watch that shit.
Interesting dude.
Yeah. Of course, the way he talks about the stories he tells, the way he gets so passionate about the way he starts speaking about it.
Yeah, of course.
That shit is entertaining all the way.
Did he kind of push the pick and pop big man? Or was that somebody else? He seems like one of the
he's one of the first big men that would come down the court and pull threes. Like he was pulling threes at 6'11", 7 foot. I don't even remember the threes. Yeah, they would show him like that. Like from high school, and once he came to the league, he was pulling up, and that was just like something that was never been done by 4s and 5s in the league. You won't doing that, but they let him do it.
What is that on again?
Showtime. Yeah,
check that out.
A lot of special guests in that joint. Iverson, Paul Pierce, guys like that.
Short star-studded.
Yeah.
Short star-studded.
Matt Barnes is in it. No, he with Showtime and all the smoke shit.
Oh, right. You look like you got something.
Oh no! I was looking up my dude. I know Moss wasn't big on him. What was it? Chet Holmgren.
Oh, for Gonzaga.
Yeah.
He first game of the year
broke an NCAA record. You see that shit?
So they was balling.
What was it? The blocks?
7 blocks.
Okay,
right?
I assumed they had to have been the blocks.
He
had a huge game. Didn't play much the second game.
Oh, didn't he? Didn't. I haven't seen any.
They played Texas. It was the 1 and 5, and they didn't play him very much.
Well, I wonder why not.
I think it was a talent issue. I'm not saying like he's not talented, but when they got in with the big boys, that game was wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean he's small.
He's so tiny.
Yeah, he's small. He's
so tiny. It looks
no
like
mask.
You could break him.
Yeah,
he just walk up, go like that.
It's that KD shit.
Hit.
Crazy.
True.
It's that KD was real frail.
Yeah.
How are your legs 4 feet long and this wide? It don't make sense.
Shit's wild.
Can he shoot?
Yeah, he's a shooter.
Okay. I'm interested in seeing him play.
It's kind of hard to believe. Like injuries is the only thing that can stop him. It's hard to believe that you can't be good at that height with this with the skill set. And
I heard you say I wasn't very fond of him. You showed me one. I seen one highlight video of him, and I was like, I'm not blown away. You was calling him the next KD. I'm like, I don't see that.
Didn't say that.
I don't see that at all. What are you talking about?
Is,
knowing
oh my god,
he probably said
the Niners are going to fucking win, bro. I told you I called it earlier. Bullshit. I'm glad I ain't bet on this shit. But anyway, sorry.
It's the Odell effect.
Back to the pod.
It's the Odell effect.
Sorry, I got thrown off, but it's like, wow.
No, Carl, he probably said Chet was the next KD, but better.
It was some comparison he made to KD. I was like, I don't see that in this highlight reel right here, bro.
All I'm saying is, it's just hard for me to believe a 7'3" dude who can handle the ball and shoot is not going to be good. It's just hard for me to believe that. It's like at the end of the day, anybody not named Steph Curry.
I was like, Porzingis. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy.
At that point, Porzingis healthy should be the best player in the NBA.
Right.
Or at least one of them.
He just can't. He can't
anybody. The only rules that doesn't apply to is Steph Curry.
For what?
As far as like, you being the biggest, strongest, fastest type thing.
Right.
In the NBA, get you to become like one of the best players and shit. Steph Curry just has the skill to be, one of the best players. Which that dude is ridiculous, man.
Insane.
Was it 36 games with 9+ threes?
Something like that.
I don't know.
And nobody else has more than 9?
Jesus.
Right.
In NBA history?
I mean, he also shoots more threes than everybody else. So
I mean, still, but in today's
by
game,
by far.
James Harden only has 9, and we think of him as a guy who throws the ball up, as you know what I'm saying, especially in his Rocket days.
Yeah.
So for him to only have 9 of those, you would think he'd at least be in double digits or something by now. And when does it stop for Steph Curry? Because it's like he's just gonna keep doing that at least for the next.
Also, 9 threes is
years.
a lot of fucking threes.
That's
a lot of threes to hit in the game. That's kind of like wow.
He has 36.
That's a lot of threes.
9 plus threes, bro. That's buckets for your ass.
Yeah, that's what he does.
And still doing it. You know.
This is not. I swear.
He's still doing it like he old or something. He's still in his prime.
I mean, he's 32 or something like that.
He's still in his prime though.
Like 10 years in the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to say he's not still in his prime when he's scoring 50 points.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's believable.
Very true. Y'all think it's weird that Harden hasn't turned back into more of a scorer still, even with Kyrie out?
Say it again.
I'm not saying like he I don't think he's played bad or anything. I check their box scores all the time. He had a big game a couple nights ago. I think he had 39 or something.
Yeah.
But fairly regularly, he's like a 16 game, 22 game.
I know you probably don't want to hear this, but that rule change has really fucked him up.
Yeah.
And it's not even like,
Yeah, seriously.
because I watched a couple of his games. It's fucked him up to the point where they don't call the actual fouls. So like even when he is getting fouled, he's not getting those either, just because of this rule change. And it's like, all right, man, like, yeah, it's like, all right. At some point, you got to give him some of these fouls. You can't just not let him. He only going to the line like what, twice a game or some shit.
But
like,
you just feel sorry for the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
That's what
you
it
mean?
is.
What you mean?
They let him get away
It's
with
the boy who
murder
cried wolf.
for 6 years or
Yeah,
something.
right. So now I can't believe you.
You can't say letting him get away with it when that's the cause that was made. It's not letting him get away.
Get away with it. They're saying we'll allow you to do that when they shouldn't have. So now they're bringing the reins back in. Like there certainly are a few plays where like it's a clear foul and they're just not giving it off of his reputation,
Right.
and that's fucked up. But
it's
a
like-
lot that he somewhat designed his game.
Yeah,
Based on the calls that he was able
it's
to
a
get.
skill level on how he plays the game that a lot of people hate how he plays, but he's been great at it. So now it's like every year they try to change, they add something else. Like remember when he was doing the double step back joint, and now they're calling that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Traveling,
but it's like he creates another thing in the game, and then they keep changing the rules on it. It's kind of deterring him
But
from
I absolutely
playing his
hated that
relaxed
shit
game.
when
Everybody else
it was
is
even a debate of if this is a walk or not. I really hated that conversation. Like,
mean-
what are we talking about? Oh no, he has the phantom dribble. So people are just making shit up. Making shit up about just to allow that shit to happen for somebody to break the rules and be able to score more points.
Hey, you take 2 steps, bro. You take 2 steps.
It has to be towards the basket. It has to be towards right. It has to be towards the basket.
I think he's been good. I'm not at all trying to say he's been bad. I expected when Kyrie wasn't playing, I thought Harden clearly changed his game when he went to the Nets. He knew he was trying to fit in the way he should, and he changed his game to be more of the facilitator. I respect that a lot. I just expected he would go back to more scorer mode, and he hasn't.
And well, the thing is, he's still having to be that role though. Like he's still the point guard. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, Kyrie's not there, but he's still the point guard of the team. So he's still trying to find his feet in there.
Yeah.
So you know, it's still early.
No doubt.
See what happens.
They're still playing well. I'm pretty sure they turned it around and have hit like maybe 4 or 5 games in a row. I think they're towards the top of the league.
Have the Nets figured out
And
what they're gonna
KD
do?
averaging almost 30 a game helps a lot.
He's shooting like
been
60
balling.
something.
They're saying he's shooting the best he has his whole career right now.
From 2,
Like 68%.
68%, 69%.
That's nuts.
That's automatic. I mean, he's always been automatic from there, but
He's
seriously,
getting
though,
30
at this
points
point-
off like 15 shots.
Yeah, that's
That's what
KD
it
though.
was.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Trying to
KD.
think, what
That's
the fuck was the
ridiculous.
stat that I had heard from last night. I think that's
30 off 15 shots is
I mean,
He
nuts.
outscored, like, they were talking about all the people he outscored, and his shot attempts were like 10 less than all of those guys.
Yeah,
just for
wild.
that night.
It's wild.
But yeah, the efficiency is what sets him apart from every other player in the league.
It's nuts, man.
It makes it easy when you're 7 foot with a handle and can shoot. I mean, like I said, it just makes the game a lot easier.
I mean, yeah, but sure. I think KD might be a 1 of 1.
Yeah. At this point,
I don't want to compare anybody to KD specifically. I mean, it's kind of hard to do that.
We'll probably catch another KD in the next 30 years or something, but
maybe
he's not the guy that is going to be replicated.
People gonna try, but not gonna be quite KD.
Yeah, I mean,
not quite.
You never know. Probably, but yeah, it's just all-time great player for sure.
Definitely
gonna be top 10 all time when it's all said and done. Top 5 probably. Realistically.
It would be an interesting conversation where he would rank today. It would probably be pretty damn high as of right now.
It's just hard to decide to take anybody over KD. This dude's a good defender too, so it's not like it's not like you're losing anything on either end. So it's like I get the best scorer, I get a rim defender and a guy. Like come on, it's hard. So I don't know. What do you think the Nets do about? I heard a lot of trade rumors and stuff, but I don't see anything really.
Have you?
I've seen some.
I haven't heard of it.
I seen a couple.
For Kyrie, I assume.
I seen people opposed to bringing up Ben Simmons. I heard one thing about the Spurs trade, but I think that was just somebody making some shit up.
I haven't heard anything.
They got to move him, though, right? I mean,
I mean, if you can, absolutely, you have to.
I don't know if you have to, because what if in January, February, New York brings down the mandates? Now you got a fresh leg Kyrie going into the second half of the season.
Yeah.
It could work out.
It could. And if he doesn't come back, then what?
But what if your team is already playing well?
But if you don't, then you got a problem.
What if your team is already playing well, though?
Well, because we knew damn well they didn't need a third star.
I'm just saying, what if the team's already playing well?
Going into playoffs, you would like to have a Kyrie on the floor. You would like to have him on the floor, right?
Kyrie regardless.
Because who would be the next one up?
If you can move
Blake,
him, I think you have to.
Yeah.
Or Joe Harris. I don't see them moving them anywhere in this season. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen in the off season. But I think they keep him for the season, for the rest of the season, for sure. I don't see them making that move.
It's honestly kind of funny how little I've heard.
Right.
I expected we would still kind of get, just periodic something change. Not in their rules or whatever, but just something.
Ain't nothing really to talk about.
No, I don't know.
What can happen? Just wait it out. What's going to happen? I see Odell getting catches. But yeah.
Leave Faker alone.
Leave Faker alone.
Yeah, leave that Faker alone. You might get some shine time. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of basketball left to be played, but so far it's been fairly interesting.
I got since we're right here, plug this up right quick. Got a little snippet right here.
What you got a snippet of?
Well.
Oh, let's see. I'm sorry to all the backpack community. Due to the fact that I was from the streets, but I never killed anybody, it was just easier for me to pose like a backpacker. But I actually really love street niggas. I don't really listen to backpack music like that. I listen to Cash Money, Jay-Z. Let me just say something. I pose as a backpacker.
I see something you quicker as an MC.
Yes.
Backpack
MCs. Let's just name a few. That's Talib. Exactly.
Dilated.
Most. Yeah.
Slum Village.
Yeah. And so you say you're not really from there? Not at all. I was using. Oh shit! I don't know what to do. That's over honest. I apologize once again to Kweli. I'm sorry. I never fuck with your raps.
We got the gist of that. There's got a couple more minutes left. But how y'all feel about Kanye say he used backpack rap to get on?
I think that whole segment was pretty corny, to be honest with you.
It was kind of corny.
On this part, I mean,
I respect it, I guess.
He's lying his ass off.
You think so?
I think he might be lying a little bit too.
He's hurt. Oh, maybe not even hurt. This is clearly like he's got the problems with him and Talib, and it's like I never liked y'all anyway. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
that's stupid. He was clearly a backpack rap dude.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know. I mean, he's saying like that's not the type of shit that I actually like listen to or aspire to be or anything like that. So I don't know. I mean, I get it.
It's kind of an off thing to say when that's why we grew to love Ye. Was doing that shit. College dropout days, he was doing it. He was talking that shit. He was speaking on different things. He was kicking knowledge.
Just to wear a backpack. Motherfuckers was wearing this shit
and
as
polos.
a fashion statement. You walk
This is
to the
weird.
mall and the motherfucker wearing his book bag. You be like, what the fuck? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Have nothing in there.
At the same time, the same way people use street shit to get on, he probably thought if I try to act like I'm street, ain't nobody ever gonna believe that shit because I'm Kanye. So he probably like, shit, I could take this route and everybody's gonna love me in this because who's gonna deny me being in this? I can see him going that way too. But him dissing them like he ain't never fuck with them like that, that's bullshit. He had to fuck with them. Yeah. He had to fuck with them. He did too much with them for such a long time that you can't just deny that. I don't know.
He's he's Kanye. He's emotional, and I just think he was talking wild because
I didn't watch the second part yet.
Yeah, that was on the second one. It was a lot more serious. They were talking about Larry Hoover and all that.
Yeah, I got to tune into
it. His son on there.
I've seen some snippets of it, but no, I haven't watched the whole thing yet, so I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to, how much more I wanted to endure of Kanye rambling.
Man.
I can do 2 hours.
Not as many viral clips from that one like the first one.
I don't know if I can do 4 hours of that shit.
I think the second part was only like an hour. Or something like that.
Okay.
It's pretty short.
Okay. I might could give it 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
Of a listen. What about your boy, Dababy, man?
What? His baby mama drama?
Yeah.
Baby mama drama.
What do you think about this shit? This shit, I've never seen like a celebrity couple go back and forth on like the internet. Like literally like
say what?
In the same room.
You've never seen that? Oh.
Not in the same room. Arguing online.
Oh yeah, they wasn't there. They went on IG.
He went straight to IG Live and posted on IG Live. He called her.
I don't understand. It's sad just to see this all playing out on the internet because obviously they got issues.
Right, and we're talking about Dababy was his new baby. Dani Leigh had.
Dani Leigh, yep.
Dan, whatever her name is, she's a singer as well.
Yeah.
Or artist as well.
Pretty dope too.
Yeah, I guess so, but man,
she hasn't made me put out music in a while. Obviously, I mean, she did just have a baby. She did just have a baby. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Cardi ruined it for everybody.
12 months off your schedule.
But yeah, they gotta get that shit together, man.
No maternity leave at most enterprises.
Hey,
you got an album yet?
Where the album at, girl?
What do you think about the baby calling the cops on her?
I'm gonna sit this one out.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
I think the baby's a piece.
From my own experience of dealing with a crazy female, she gave off a lot of tendencies that she might be a little off.
Oh, for sure.
Might be some little craziness going on that he had to get her up out of there. And that's why he was probably bringing in the internet just to make sure he was safe and in the clear of the situation so it won't turn back on him. So I guess he had to do what he had to do. And as it has played out, see, recently he has the baby and she is gone.
Yes.
So obviously she had to do something wrong because they're not going to leave the baby with him.
He called her a certified side bitch.
She did.
To her
in front of her face on IG Live.
On IG Live, but he had like I don't know, probably 150,000
So he was never my girl. Now, I understand you saying that on this IG Live, Baby, but we've seen so many vacations and pictures of y'all booed up for the last 6 to 8 months. That was your girl, dog.
He didn't take
you don't do that with the side joint. You don't do all that with the side joint.
Take a trip with the side
but not make it public. If she was a side joint, you would never see them together. You would never see them. No, he was posting to. It was like he was posting to.
Whatever. I don't know. But either way, I mean, he was going hard on her ass. But I will tell you this. I do recommend all men out there that are listening to this. I do recommend if your significant other is getting a little rowdy Go ahead and call the police. If you can't separate yourself,
I agree with that.
Go ahead and call the cops.
Probably safe as bet.
Because it's only going to get worse, especially if you're the type that you don't want any violence. You're really trying to keep the peace, and she's just really trying to escalate. Go ahead and call the cops and see if you guys can get separated. Because otherwise, if it escalates any further, it's going to take it to a point where you didn't want it to go, and you're going to be ended up getting in trouble. Yep. I've had to do the same.
I was just about to ask.
I've had to do the same.
Have you done this before? Have you done it before?
With my own baby mother. Yeah. I've had to.
It's happened.
It got to a point where she actually said that she was going to call the cops, and I had done nothing. You know, I'm not gonna put my hands on the female. I had done nothing. I'm like, okay, since you want to take it there, I'll just go ahead and call them for you, so we can get this thing started and get the ball rolling in this direction here. And of course, she was intoxicated, so they ended up escorting her out. But I recommend attend like that. That is one. That's really the only thing that you can do as a man in this scenario.
Either that or leave. Either that or leave. But in his situation, it was at his house.
Right. And that's normally where these things occur because the girl does not want to leave.
Right.
But otherwise, she would have kicked your ass out. You know, but the female does not want to leave. She wants to keep arguing because she wants to get her point across. And they normally get a little too physical. They want to push you, put your fingers in your face and shit like that.
Yep.
And go ahead and call the police.
You ever been slapped?
No, I think most people know not to touch me.
You ever been slapped?
I actually got punched before.
I got slapped once.
But it was so funny because it was like she was so small, so she hit me. It didn't even feel like that. I was like, that was just funny. And that made it even more mad.
Oh, way worse. You laugh at somebody that's mad?
Because I could tell that she put her all into that punch. They were just like, yo, what you doing? Why you do that?
Why are we doing this?
Why you do that?
I had one here at this apartment.
Right.
That wouldn't leave. This was a real girlfriend at the time, and it ended that night, and she would not leave. And is screaming in my face.
Yeah.
I'm standing there like completely under control, normal. She is screaming. I'm like, leave. Get out. The fuck out of my house. It was not getting anywhere.
Wow.
So I'm calling the cops.
So that's all you can do,
I
bro.
go call the cops. I was like, I'm calling the fucking cops. I called the cops and she hit me while I was on the phone with the cops.
Wow.
I was like, I just started to explain. I was like, yeah, she will not leave. I just want somebody to come get her away from here. She stormed out the door. I locked it, still on the phone. I was like, we're good. She left.
All right, yeah. As long as she leaves.
That's all you need.
That's all I want.
I never thought
I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But I just know, like, that's the only way you can stop the shit from escalating.
That's all you can do.
A female is going to make it so that you get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make it till you get to the point, and when you slap, it's going to be, oh, I can't believe you did that.
Yep. It's a setup.
I can't believe you touched me.
It's a setup.
It's a setup.
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. You're not pussy.
Put your hands in your pockets.
The cops. Call the cops. Separate yourself immediately from that situation.
I was going to be in a situation like that.
Right.
I picked really good girls. I'm serious about if I'm gonna date somebody.
You
not
never
just
know.
Picking up somebody random. I really got to know people. Bad situation, man.
Yeah, you never know.
Call the cops. You don't even got to get them arrested. It doesn't even have to be a big thing. You got to do something though to get them out the
Just
house.
make sure she leaves.
Yes.
That's it.
Once they go,
All I want is her gone, sir. That's it. That's it.
As soon as that happened, I also ran out to the front of the house to look out the window and see what was happening to my car. Somehow nothing.
Just to make sure.
Somehow nothing happened.
Just to make sure.
I guess having the cops on the phone, maybe you're like, I should just leave.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a girl do something to you or something to your vehicle? Slap me. Don't touch my car.
No, yeah, I could take that punch. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, hit me. It's good.
Hit me.
Just don't touch the car.
I honestly would rather have it be done to my personal belongings. But once that happens, I am.
Yeah, we're talking to the guy. We're talking to the guy. His car is not doing so well right now.
Oh, yeah,
He's not really give a fuck about his car.
I'm saying I'm gonna press charges at that point and get my money. But I can't. That was rough.
Yeah.
You get slapped and I never even I didn't even flinch back at it. Like it was never crossed my mind I was gonna do something back. But when you get slapped, it's like I was so angry I couldn't do anything. I was just like, yeah.
Right. I mean,
I wanted to just hit a wall or something.
Right.
Like,
right.
I gotta get this punch out.
The normal human response. The normal human response is to retaliate.
Right.
You know, when somebody's attacking you.
Yeah.
So it's just you gotta have a certain level of control, which I mean, everybody doesn't have, and it's understandable.
It's not understandable.
Long story short,
we got to be clear. There's no reason to hit back.
yeah, but I mean, long story short, you shouldn't put your hands on anybody unless you expect. You just never, you never know.
Do this. You shouldn't hit a woman.
Hey,
Yo, you definitely should not. But a woman should never hit you.
the girl that hit me. All right, whatever. Some of these girls got some hands.
Yeah.
Some of these girls might still off, and that shit might knock you a little bit.
I've never. I don't hit women or nothing like that. Don't think about it. But I'm not of the belief that you should never hit a woman necessarily. Like I think any old man, anybody can get it at certain points if you cross a certain line.
You're on this ledge by yourself, brother.
Yeah, we're almost out of time. You
like, all right, I'm saying it like this. If a group of women are coming if a group of women are coming to attack like my girl or something, I will knock every single one of them bitches out before they make it there. It's not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. It's shit like that where it's like, all right, now look, I'm gonna give you a warning. Like, look, don't do this. You ain't gonna want to fuck with this. Like, you're not gonna touch nothing that's like something. In some situations like that, like, look, you're gonna get dropped before you make it here.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason. Like, you can't. If you try to hit me, I'm definitely not gonna touch you. Okay? I'm not concerned about that.
Right.
But you're trying to hit somebody that I know it might actually be something. Like, you might actually try to hurt them, and that's different. I'm gonna react a little bit differently. I mean, not to say I'm a cold cocked bitch, but she might get thrown a couple miles.
Oh,
Tossed,
all right.
shot put it.
I'm gonna let you just live.
I'm gonna let you just live. I was just saying.
I'm gonna let you live. Are we at the end? Got somebody.
I was just saying, bro. Look, if you try to attack my girl, look, what's gonna happen? I don't know what happens next.
I don't know what happens.
I don't know what happens next.
I mean, you just explained what happens. So whatever.
I don't have a sample either.
Give me something along those lines.
Y'all ain't got no samples today?
Nah, bro.
Slacking.
You want to use yours?
Slacking. I mean, I got a good one this week. It's pretty good.
Let's do it.
It's pretty good.
You're plugged in already?
Oh, we already plugged. Oh shit, let's go then.
We gotta say peace out, bro.
Oh yeah. Say goodbye to the listeners.
I forget. Hey, if you're on the YouTube,
you know what to do.
You already know what it is. We appreciate y'all guys.
Yes, sir.
Audio coming with one sample. Sorry
Just one.
about that. We'll be back next week with 3.
Squad lacking.
We are.
Well, I mean, we could have used the easiest sample in the world.
Oh
this
yeah, I
week.
got a smooth criminal sample.
So I decided not to do that.
For the intro and the sample?
Yeah,
Come on.
All right, well, look, audio, keep you listening. YouTube, we'll be back next week.
I don't hit women. I don't.
We don't think so.